about 50-cent noise canceling headphones. It's really a mouthful that you know, if you're gonna say it, it's really a mouthful to say. But he's coming out with his own version of noise canceling headphones, and he's been pushing audio for a while. But the SMS audio. Let's see, what do you call it? The SMS audio. This company, the SMS audio headphones, is called the Street by 50 over-the-air active noise canceling, noise control wired headphones. So I guess for short, you can just say Street by 50. You know, and that will let you know that these are the SMS audio headphones, noise canceling headphones that he's coming out with. Now, we were talking about the technology behind noise canceling headphones, how it works. Noise canceling headphones basically works by sending out an opposite frequency to the frequency of the sound of the noise that's coming in. In other words, whatever noise is around you resonates at a certain frequency. The noise canceling headphones listens to this noise and produces an exact opposite waveform that would cancel out the waveform of the noise, and so that's why you have that canceling effect. That's why the noise goes away. However, most noise canceling headphones work on the principle or the premise that the noise generally needs to be a steady tone in order for it to be canceled out. So kind of like an airplane engine, or like a car, or like a steady background noise of talking, stuff like that. But if the noise is going to be changing in and out, in and out, in and out, back and forth, it's going to be hard for the noise canceling technology to produce a opposite frequency when the frequency keeps changing. So noise canceling headphones generally works better with steady noises like airplanes, like the background noise of a car or something like that. Anything that's going to be steady noise, it generally works better with something like that. But these 50-cent headphones are $279.95. You know, I mean, it depends on how good they're going to be. I mean, how good the technology is for these noise canceling headphones. I mean, are they good? We're just going to have to wait and see, because at that price, you definitely want the headphones to be top notch. You want them to work flawlessly at that point. And so if they can cancel noise from steady streams like a plane engine, and this is the picture that comes with the new advertisement, 50 Cent, his SMS audio over the air noise canceling Street by 50 is what he's calling them. Definitely, I mean, hey, are they going to be the same as any run-of-the-mill noise-canceling headphones? We just have to wait and see. But for $280, probably about $300 when we put tax in there, you want this thing to work flawlessly. So we're going to have to wait and see how the reviews on this thing, the reviews on these. But if you're a 50-cent fan, you can go out there and get this SMS audio over-the-air active noise control wired headphones. That's noise canceling as well, and if they're good, they're going to be able to cancel noises like airplanes, like cars, background noise, like just general crowd noise, stuff like that. And they just have the technology to be able to cancel noise as long as the noise is steady. As most noise canceling headphones does. And so we just have to wait and see. Speaking of things that you put on your head, the Oculus Rift. Many people know the Oculus Rift. We talked about that a lot here on Tech Pulse, and over time, games have been coming out for the Oculus Rift, as far as because the development versions of the Oculus Rift is out. Developers have gotten their hands on it, and they've done some pretty cool stuff with the technology so far. And yet another demo has been released, or another game has been created. The VR version of the mech game Strike Suit Zero is out now for the Oculus Rift headset. So a lot of games are being adapted. Now, developer Born Ready wants to bring players into its mech game Strike Suit Zero. So last week, the studio released the beta of its futuristic space sim to work with the Oculus Rift virtual reality headset. This means that gamers with Strike Suit Zero and Oculus Rift visors can jump into the digital cockpit of the mech and start blowing up enemies immediately using Oculus Rift technology. Now, according to the people, he said it should come as no surprise that we're massive fans of VR here at Born Ready Games. Born Ready community manager Jamin Smith said, Oculus Rift has come along and given a kick up the butt to the tech industry and made it relevant and viable again when it comes to games. Now, Born Ready optimized the game for the Oculus Rift. It'll rearrange how the heads-up display works. The developer focused on really making players feel like they're sitting in the cockpit of a transforming space mech. Now, according to the Strike Zero programmers, he said, I guess the biggest problem was that there was so much information, and all the information was around the edges of the screen. And Strike Suit, that was the one of the programmers for Strike Suit Zero. He said that we tried to scale it down to fit the field of view, but we realized the text wasn't readable, and that was the main complication with transferring this game from the PC to the Oculus Rift. So instead of trying to fit all of the info on the screen at once, Born Ready decided to let the dials and numbers run off the screen. Players will have to move their heads around to see everything. It offers a new level of immersion, according to the game programmer. Now, gamers have taken to adapting many existing games to the Oculus themselves. Notable examples include first-person role-playing adventure Skyrim. That game and many others suffer from visual issues that make them nearly unplayable for any significant amount of time. Those include floating text, on warping issues and stuff like that. So Strike Suit Zero may suffer from similar issues. Born Ready wants fans to know to report any issues they find to its community forums to help them improve the final product. And Strike Zero is available now for the PC, and gamers can order early development kits of the Oculus Rift visor. New orders won't ship, however, until September, but only developers should be ordering the Oculus Rift right now, because it's not made for, if you're just an average gamer, you're not going to be able to buy games for it. You're not going to be able to get a lot of games, and a lot of the games are still in their trial versions. And one of the problems that people are having with the Oculus Rift, like they said right there, is that it's hard to put text in, because when you're looking at a computer screen, remember, it's different. Virtual reality is different than when you're looking at a computer screen. When you have a computer screen, you have a finite space that you have everything that you can put text, you can put different things around. In the Oculus Rift, because you're actually engulfed in a massive 3D world to where everywhere you look, there's graphics, it's hard to put words somewhere in there. Where would you put the words? Because the words would be where? They would be like they're floating in space. And so it's hard to really put the words so that it looks like it does on the computer screen. So that's been a challenge, and that's why the Oculus Rift is still in the development stage, still in the beta stages, because issues like that. And then with warping, anti-aliasing, as far as, because there's really no real edges in the Oculus Rift, just like there's no edges in the real world with the Oculus Rift, because it's fully immersive, because when you put it on, you're actually in the environment, and you look all around, there's an environment. There really aren't any edges there that you can use to measure distance, or you have a cutoff point or something like that. So it's these little things is what is causing Oculus Rift to still stay in the beta phase right now, but good strides are being made. This is not something that's unsolvable. It's just that that's where the technology is right now. So I can't wait to see how companies like EA, not just companies, small companies, but companies like EA, companies like Blizzard, Square Enix, Sony, all of these companies, I can't wait to see what they do with the Oculus Rift technology when when they start developing games for it. Microsoft, even Nintendo, which has very they have some talented people over at Nintendo and Sony and Microsoft. I can't wait to see what they do with the Oculus Rift technology as far as advancing it, because definitely the Oculus Rift is a super piece of technology, definitely. And if anyone can make this thing work, it's companies like Microsoft, it's companies like Sony, it's companies like Epic, Epic that makes the Unreal Engine, that makes let's see, what's that game? Gears of War. Gears of War is Epic Games, and so companies like that is working with the Oculus Rift and Oculus, the company. Definitely, we can't wait to see what advancements they make. So this is just the latest advancement, or the latest game, I should say, not necessarily advancement. This is the latest game that has been outfitted or transformed or adapted. That's what you really want to say. This is the latest game that has been adapted to the Oculus Rift and born ready. Definitely, they have the skills. Their programmers have the skills to adapt this thing, and so they're running into a bit of a problem, but some problems. But definitely, I can't wait to see the finished product on this game when it finally is made for the Oculus Rift and made running well and stuff like that. So if you're a developer out there and you want to get your hands on the Oculus Rift, just go ahead to the Oculus website. I think they're selling developer kits for the Oculus Rift for about $300. I think it costs $1,000 to sign up as a developer, and then for $300 you get the unit and all that type of stuff. So if you're a developer and you want to get in on the Oculus Rift, definitely give that oculus.com a look and order your set. Okay, so we're coming up yet on another break, and the Omate True Smart standalone smartwatch has been unveiled. What is that all about? And Microsoft being forced to rename SkyDrive? I mean, do you think anyone can force Microsoft to do anything? But yet they're being forced to rename SkyDrive. Why? We're going to tell you about that. And Asus, they reveal the ROG or ROG Titan G70. Now this thing is a beast. You want to stay tuned for that right here, coming up on Tech Pulse. So just stay tuned. We will be right back.